Alright, what's up everybody? How's it going? Immediately my bitrate dips back down. Alright, things might be a little crusty and crunchy, but... Okay, now it's back to green. So glad I'm free- Me too! Me too. Not only am I happy to get my Charmander, but it's genuinely made me want to hunt more in these games now. Like, being in Professor Oak's lab was oppressive, chat. It was crushing my spirit and my soul. I just saw a tweet about a Japanese Pokopia player has recreated Raccoon Police Department. This is insane. You think you build like a nice fountain or something in Pokopia and then you get online and you see like people making Versailles. My god. What's up everybody? How's it going? I've been so used to being trapped in Oak's lab that I always want to start and end the streams with, I'm still stuck at, but I'm not. I'm free. I'm free as a bird. This Magikarp is an old check, so we delete. So here's Charmeleon. Tyler, I've been killing Pidgey here because it gets me speed IV, or I always want to say IVs, EVs. Killing Pidgey gives you speed EVs, so I've been doing like a little bit of covert. I've been doing a little bit of covert EV training. So in FireRed, I'm still after Nidoran, which again, I'll take anything that the game ends up giving me. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, the Macho Brace. That's an item that I have not thought about in a long time. Hold on, I'm gonna push my mic back a little bit. I think it's too close. There we go. I gotta say, encounters are so much better, chat. I see the light. Oh, I didn't count that first Spearow. Okay. We're good now. Yeah, the way... It's probably really funny if you're a newer gen Pokemon player to go back and see how EV training was once done. And we've got some stuff to talk about tonight, chat, like Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home has finally been released for ZA, and apparently it is a bug-filled mess. There's problems, there's issues with home. And the big data miner, Kurt, wrote up an interesting, we'll take a look at it in a little bit. But it's pretty interesting to see what he had to say. Old EV training was the dark ages. If you think competitive Pokemon is inaccessible in modern day, just think of how it used to be. I mean, I don't want to get Charmeleon too many levels, although that is kind of funny. It would be very funny to pull up to Misty with a Charizard. I have never in my entire life ever had a fully evolved starter by Misty's gym. Let me tell you that. That would be a first. What's up, everybody? How's it going? That honestly pisses me off, Justin. It's like you said yesterday. Like, it's the principle of it. Like, what do you mean there's no dex completion reward? Why not? Recession going so bad we can't even get little free shinies in Pokemon Home anymore for completing a dex. What's up, everybody? This is one of my favorite Pokemon songs, the Battle Frontier theme from Platinum. AKA Palmer. Barry's Papa. Yeah, you get an alpha starter. We held out our hands and they put a pile of garbage. They handed us a trash bag in return. Wow, we're going from the Gen 4 bangers right now, chat. From Palmer's theme to Tina? This is kind of an intense song. Oh, I didn't have the playlist shuffled. That's why. Yeah, I don't tend to not to count the free shinies either, but this is the first time they've kind of broken that. And I don't like it. I also think it's insulting that it's taken as long as it has for ZA home support. It took this long for home support to come out, and then we don't even get like a free little... Here you go. Good job, sport. An extra 1,000 yen. We can't have that. The budget simply does not allow it. The alpha starter reward, Garbaggio. Essentially nothing. I almost wish they didn't even bother. Congrats on Charmander. Thank you. I'm so happy to be free from the lab. What is that instrument in the background of this song that's like wub 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 wub? It almost sounds like when you have a light sheet of like metal and you wave and it makes those wubby noises. Charmeleon's back sprite, by the way. Chef's kiss. I was playing a little bit of Pokopia before I went live, and I've been messing around in Pallet Town. Charizard is so orange. Pokopia has some poppin' colors, because every time I see Charizard, I'm always like, wow, you are so orange. You are the orangest guy. Also, I got Pikachu, which was fun. Hey, there's a Nidoran. We ran into a pretty considerable amount of 1% Nidoran female the first time I came over here and started hunting. But yesterday, not so much. I feel like I got 1 or 2 and then they kind of disappeared. That would be crazy, Tyler. I would be totally happy with that. If I got Nidoran female instead of male for the 1%, I'd be down. That would honestly make it a cooler shiny. It's like shiny hunting Pikachu in Viridian Forest or something along those lines. What other 1%ers are in the game? I'd have to think about that. Whoops. I'm still fighting the muscle memory with Charmander. All I want to do is keep opening the menu to see if Charmeleon is shiny. He is! Great. Confirmed. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're back into the thick of it. We're in the grass looking for Nidoran or Spearow or Jigglypuff or whoever wants to be shiny. And we're still looking for Magikarp in LeafGreen. Which Magikarp has surpassed Charmander's numbers now. Sorry, Spearow. You took a rogue scratch. If Winds and Waves did what Gold and Silver did to go back to an old region. Which one? Only 85 away from finishing your home living Dex. Nice. Since there's no reward for Dex completion in home, I'm not gonna do it. Our first Mankey tonight. All of them? That's not even remotely realistic. That will never happen. They can't even deliver one finished, complete region these days, let alone every single one of them together. Still waiting to claim a few of those. Yeah, I haven't gotten Keldeo yet. I never claimed Keldeo, which I could do at any time. Is there another one? I don't know. I know it's ironic that I'm like, wow, there's no Pokemon home reward, dumb. And like, I don't even really like those because I like shiny hunting my own Pokemon. I don't like distributions or mystery gifts. That's not my style. But it's the principle of the matter. Yeah, they don't have my original trainer name. They don't have the Pokeball that I would like to pick. I mean, it's just a gened Pokemon. If we're being real honest, it is just a generated Pokemon. And that just feels empty to me. But I do still think home should give rewards and have incentives for completing the decks. Always. I mean, if they would just let us shiny hunt mythicals literally ever, it wouldn't be so bad. Do a nugget bridge? Nice. Good luck on the nug collection. How long did they take to announce Meloetta and Keldeo? I mean, Home has already taken too long to come out for ZA. I feel like the least they could have done, you know. That Mankey sprite is so... That might be Mankey's, like, best sprite. Especially if you've ever seen how Mankey looks in... Is it yellow or blue that I'm thinking about? Mankey's Gen 1 sprite is very silly. But that is charming. Alright, while we're talking about Pokemon Home, chat, let's see what one of the data miners has been saying. Let me crop this a little bit better. So this is, Kurt says, one small issue of many with Home's update is that it transfers into Legends ZA doesn't apply the plus move mastery flags, leading to issues with plus move usage when down leveled to 50 for online play. Moves usually unlocked via level 50 won't be able to be plussed. Like, what do you mean they can't be plussed? Oh no. That's bad. Like, at all? Normally, if you level up a Pokemon, a move is internally unlocked as a plus move 3 levels later. This is a known issue for trait evolutions, where they don't auto-apply the flags on evolution. It's the same issue for inbound transfers, albeit much more apparent. To elaborate on the issues of many, I'm not happy with the lack of transferring back from ZA. There's nothing exclusive about ZA's data that should prevent moving back. Latin Spanish can be... Is that even... This is insane. Can be sanitized. All species names... Are there... All species names are the same? That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see... Home data format is 1000% capable of handling backwards transfers via the home tracker. They simply decided to not allow it. Conditionally sanitizing values was done for Sword Shield. Just pick safe defaults if the game can't support a given property. It's very disappointing. How does one look at how do you even understand? People that read code are on another level. Yeah, that's the end of the thread. Also, now that I see this tweet down here, Mega Starmie's stats increase compared to most other Megas, adding 140 to the total rather than 100 like Mawile and Metacham. However, the global data on Home on mobile, this stat is actually lowered. The attack is reduced to 100 rather than 140. This all feels like they did not have a lot of time. This feels like they kind of just had to push the update out no matter what. So we can't transfer Pokemon backwards because they're too lazy to tweak a box with the Spanish language. Making Starmie a physical attacker. Pokemon prison. My Lodic can't use Hydro Pump Plus online. They need to fix that. That's quite bad. Not being able to plus a move in ZA is very bad. That is very bad. Oh, I was also... Does Mega Dragonite always look like this, chat? That... Why... Has it always looked like this? With such a thick-ass tail? Ugh. They fried your ass, Dragonite. I'm so sorry. Oh, but what if it looked like Dragonair? What if it looked like the Pokemon that evolved before it? Revolutionary. Sheen, this is the 50th time this week you've done that. Could have been worse. Could have been Mega for Alligator. What? Now I'm curious about Starmie. What are they gonna do with it? Is it really not gonna be a physical attacker? I mean, you can think that it's dumb, but Mega Starmie is clearly, like, athletic. It has legs, they want it to run, and they want it to run and attack you in the face. Like, I don't know how you couldn't interpret Mega Starmie's design as being physical. That thing is like a warrior. Oh no, I accidentally... No, I immediately get poison pointed again. No! Oh, Charmeleon, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm in the same Pokemon Center at the same time. Woo! Mega Starmie runs at you like you don't have his money. Yeah, he definitely reads to me as a brawler. %. Mega Starmie has been one of the most advertised Megas. They immediately put it in the anime. I keep seeing videos of people filming like the Japanese Pokemon centers where they have big screens and they're always showing Mega Starmie. Always. Which I think that is Starmie's intended audience over there. Yeah, weren't people saying huge power? If Staraptor really gets contrary, that would be insane. It's looking like that Chinese leak of all the abilities is indeed correct. Like that is... Wow, Staraptor could be really, really good. That'll make Staraptor, like, an absolute beast. Beast mode for Staraptor. Yes! Oh, that's right, Intimidate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Staraptor's gonna be a monster. Wow, that... Oh! Ooh, 1% Nidoran, chat. What did I stop at? 600? So it took me 45 encounters to get a 1% Nidoran tonight? Wow. So let Liko and Dot Mega... That pisses me off. The fact that Roy has just completely taken over that show with his dumbass Lucario. I don't like the insufferable other green-haired goblin character either. Who, of course, just randomly has Mega Dragonite. Those two couldn't feel more designed in a lab. Designed in a focus group. I mean, they haven't done Roy any favors by kind of making him a bit of a diet Ash. I mean, Ash literally just had a Lucario. He just had one. He also just had a Dragonite. I don't think we should have seen either of those Pokemon in the anime, but they're products and advertisements, not art. Just like the Mario movies. Timu Ash. I think Dot has my favorite Pokemon. She has the best although she needs to evolve her Quaxwell, if she hasn't already. All her other Pokemon, 10 out of 10. Tinkaton, Goldengo. Yeah, she's winning. She's winning the best Pokemon off out of those other characters. Going for Articuno. Nice. Good luck. You just saw the Mario movie? Thoughts? What's your review? I like Dot's design too. She kind of reminds me of an Inkling, of like a Splatoon character a little bit. Which I'm not a big Splatooner, but I do like a lot of their designs are fun, so. Does he do anything with Rayquaza? Oh, I hate when they have those anime characters catch legendaries. I just wish they would stop doing that. Like, Go did that the season before, like when he caught Suicune after it was captured in a net. It feels disrespectful to the legendaries to have these little Team Rocket language twerp. These little twerps catch these legendaries. Yeah, and then they just let it roam anyway. They don't even stick to it unless it's like Terapagos, who serves more as like a Togepi. Oh shoot, I did it again. Please, please no poison. All right. All right. All right. All right. Never liked Go. When they first revealed Go, I swear to you, chat, that I thought it was a female character. I genuinely thought, because that Go has long lashes. I don't know what his secret is, but he has some long eyelashes. So I genuinely thought it was like a tomboy character. But no. No. And then the female character they did introduce in that final season with Ash is just some random throwaway Eevee lady. Eevee girl. As if we don't have enough of those. Go caught Eternatus and gave it to Leon and Leon let it roam. Oh my god. Of course Go caught Eternatus. Of course he did. 90% of the Pokemon you have are female. I don't know. Sometimes the seeds just roll like that. It's so weird. Incredibly fast-paced. Some scenes aren't left out to breathe. Can we talk about something, chat? And I brought this up for Pokopia, but spoiler etiquette is completely dead. I have seen full scenes from the Mario movie on Twitter. I've seen the post-credit scene, which I don't care. It doesn't... It's like... I don't care about Mario movie spoilers. But I did care about Pokopia spoilers. Nobody cares anymore. People just post spoilers out the ass. And nobody cares. Like, people used to, like, want to threaten you if you used to give out spoilers. And now it's like, well, who cares? Here's the whole movie. Anyway. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I did laugh at the end spoiler because... lol. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. There's just no etiquette anymore. Any etiquette that ever was just died after COVID, it kind of seems like. And, like, people were not even tagging, like, Pokopia legendaries, and it's just so, like, what is wrong with you people? I think I figured out why the Lumas in the Mario movies make me so uncomfortable. It's the mouth. It's the fact that they have little mouths and they all have, like, children voices. It creeps me out. It creeps me out. Also, I've seen that clip of everybody thinking that the Luma drops the F-bomb. Have you guys seen that? Or did you hear it if you saw the movie? There's like a little Luma and it sounds like he's saying fuck. You thought it did too? You thought I heard the F-bomb. Could you imagine if they just... Obviously it's not intentional, but they have one Luma that gets a hard swear in the Mario movie. Oh, that's really funny. A lot of kids at your theater? Oh, yeah. It's apparently already breaking records. Because of course it is. Do you think there's an alternate universe out there, chat, where we got like a DreamWorks Mario movie instead that was actually like good? Made by a studio that cares? Do you think there's an alternate universe out there like that? Yeah, everybody's completing their decks for home. There's no reward, so I'm not going to bother. You think the first movie was better? That's what I've seen a few people say. Like, they try to go for some emotional arc in the second one and it just doesn't work. Because the first one does not have... like, any sort of emotional arc, or it just is. It's just yippee yahoo wahoo Mario. I mean, the whole movie I could probably just go watch on Twitter right now. I could probably just go watch the movie with how many clips I've seen people posting. Yeah, the Star Fox inclusion is just an advertisement. I'm pretty sure Miyamoto literally just had an interview where he refers to these as Nintendo products, because that's what they are. They're not anything more than that. They're trying to get kids to be like, oh, I love Star Fox, so they'll buy the Star Fox game that comes out this year. That's all they are. Was Mega Scovillain's ability released? Yes. It's not very good. I think Scovillain and Excadrill. Yeah, Spicy Spray. Yep. Yeah, it would be great on a Pokemon that had bulk. They hate Scovillain, chat. I think they might hate Scovillain as much as they hate Volcanion. They built Scovillain like a Gen 3 mixed shitmon. It's, like, cruel. Genuinely kind of cruel. No 666 shiny. Supposedly, Lucario is going to get Prankster. What's up, everybody? Oh, I saw a funny tweet about Heatran I wanted to read for you guys. Where was it? Earth Eater on Mega Heatran would be insanely broken, but you can't look at that design and tell me he doesn't look like he chows down on some premium soil. He would. He would chow down on some premium soil. True. I really like Mega Heatran. In fact, he might be one of my top Megas in ZA. Mulch. Heatran's just a little pibble who loves his mulch, Tyler. Yeah, they should have just given Scovillain an evolution. I agree. It is so bad. Like I said, Scovillain's stats are like, they genuinely feel disrespectful. It's built like Seviper back in Gen 3. Before the special physical split existed, so a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon were built like that. If you ever hear the term Gen 3 shitmon, that's what it means. They did that for so many Gen 3 Pokemon. Ugh. They did that for so many Gen 3 Pokemon. It's so sad. Yeah, Justin, you know what? That is actually insult to injury. You're right. They introduced Scovillain as the first fire grass type and then turned around and were like, meet Ogerpon Hearthflame. Yeah, Gen 3 has so many great Pokemon, which is why it hurts. That's why it hurts. Because you want these Pokemon to be usable and good. And so many of them are just not. And for whatever unknown reason, Game Freak never goes back and fixes any of these stats. Like, they'll tweak one or two Pokemon every time a new gen comes out, and that's it. And it's usually like, oh, I did it again. It's usually like legendaries. Not, you know, Onyx having the same attack stat as Wurmple. Oh, I didn't get poisoned. I'm so used to hitting Nidoran and getting poisoned. Yeah, if you're the first of a new type combination, Game Freak hates you. They hate your ass. Volcanion, first Fire Water, to the dungeon. Scovillain, first Fire Grass, to the dungeon. The 1,000-year dungeon. That I can multitask both games while watching 2 separate chats. It's a skill. It is a skill that you must develop. Yeah, Champions is coming out soon, chat. All this home stuff is in preparation for it. We will be checking out Champions at launch just to see what its deal is. Alright, how many EVs do we get? 5. Look at that. This is so nostalgic. I cannot think of the last time I've traditionally ever EV trained since I was like a teenager. A baby. Yeah, Mega Altaria, the first dragon fairy. That's right. That's a... Hold on, chat. We might be onto something. Maybe my tinfoil hat is on too tight right now, but... Those are 3 good examples right there. If you're a pioneer for a dual type, you better watch out. Yeah, imagine you boot Champions for the first time and your life choice is to be like, I'm gonna run stall. Empoleon and Torterra, water, steel, grass, ground, nothing sense. Oh my god. It's all coming together, chat. They better have, like, Piplup and Turtwig and the next Legends game. Yeah, Fire Ice, they immediately got rid of Galarian Darmanitan. Who I actually still need to shiny hunt. What's up, Rescue Squad? We're still missing so many crucial type combos, too. And some type combos, we only have, like, 1 representative. How are there 9 gens of Pokemon and 1 electric fire? How is that possible? Those types have existed since Gen frickin' 1. 30 years. They've had 30 years to make more than 1 electric fire. And they decided, no. They hate fire types, chat. They do. They hate them. You think Snivy will be in the next Legends game? Yeah, they have been hitting the Unova starters, you're right. We got Sam in PLA, and then we just got Tepig and ZA. Charizard X sucks away the spotlight from the other 2 fire dragons, Reshiram and Turtonator. How are there so few fire dragons? You think Fire Dragon would be kind of a no-brainer type, but I guess not. With Charizard as the starter. Charizard. I mean, if you're a Charizard fan, it should scare you. If you're a Charizard fan, it should scare you, because I'm a Totodile fan, and look what happened to me. You should be afraid. Oh yeah, I should get rid of one of the unknown. You're right. Good catch. I'll fix that for next time. I have to edit it in Photoshop, that's why. It's like they're built into the layout. Bug dragon. We could have had like 5 different bug dragons at this point if they weren't cowards. Flygon could have been bug dragon. Applin or any of the Applin line could have been bug dragon. I've said this before, but it always amuses me, so I'm gonna say it again. But Applin having such a large family of all grass dragons actually propelled grass as one of the most common duo types with dragon. There's that many of them. That one of the most common type combos with dragon is grass. There's that many of them. Yeah, I kind of wish they would bring Unknown back and do something with it. It's been a little bit. Unknown almost feels like a... How do I even describe this? It's like Unknown hasn't really been invoked in so long. Which is why it was great to see the slabs in Pokopia. Rock Ghost. Spell of the Unknown. The Unknown helped make the 3rd Pokemon movie my favorite. They don't even matter in PLA. When I really feel like they should. I mean, you can catch him and get him shiny, which is nice. That's where I got my first shiny Unknown. Papa Entei. It's interesting that they were clearly, and we know this from the Terra leak, that they were clearly building like inner lore with Arceus and Dialga and Palkia and all the other legendaries. And then it seems like post Gen 5, they just are not interested in that. They're not interested in it. Legendaries don't even feel like they're connected anymore. Like, the Unknown connects so many other legendaries together with each other. Bike dragons, monkey. Howdy. Howdy, howdy. The line between legends and mythicals has gotten practically meaningless. That's why I was so pleased with Pecharunt. To me, Pecharunt feels like a mythical. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, Pecharunt feels like a mythical. And it has a connection with other legendaries. It has a connection with Ogerpon and the Loyal 3. I think where they really started to go astray was with stuff like Zarude. Like, what is Zarude's connection to anything other than a bad Tarzan movie? And a grass monkey in a generation that has 3 grass monkeys. Like, why not they should have just put Zarude in, like, Gen 7. I'm kind of glad they don't... I mean, if we're not getting Pokemon movies anymore, I think we'll have much better mythicals. I think no movie is why Pecharunt turned out as well as it did. Because they didn't really do much with the mythicals in Crown Tundra. I mean, you can get, like, Keldeo and stuff, but that's from Gen 5. What's up, Silver? I like the Pecharunt stuff, too, because it combined your two different friend groups. Like, Kieran and Carmine and... Arvin, Penny, Nimona. It was fun to see them interact. I wish we got more, actually. Combining the two friend groups that you have in the game is a fun idea. You can play them both at the same time. Good luck. Don't kill Jigglypuff. We don't need to kill Jigglypuff. No violence against the puff. Hey, the big 3-stream streak. Yes, being able to trade with yourself is very nice. You like Victini, but you think Meloetta and Genesect were eh. Victini's definitely my favorite mythical in that gen. By like a country mile. Sure would be nice if, you know, one day that we could shiny hunt Victini. Die. Do I still have that image saved? We should not have more than one mythical per gen. Oh yeah, Gen 4 and 5 kind of went insane with legendaries and mythicals. Here we go, chat. I made this for my Terrakion Swords of Justice ZA video, which is on YouTube if you want to see it. But I put this together because... I mean, yeah, he's in jail. Say hi to Victini in his prison cell. It's such a nice shiny, too! Look at that! The white with the orange and the... Oh, one day, Victini. One day. Yeah, Gen 5 is when they started shiny locking stuff. Womp. Pogo jail. Do 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 do. Shiny Victini better never come to Pokemon Go. I don't ever want to see that. Having Victini be locked for this many years and releasing it for like a paid ticket in Pogo would be... Yeah. I don't even... No. I do not want to see that. I do not want to see such a thing. I already think it's bad enough that you can get shinies like Zacian and Zamazenta in Pogo, and yet you can't shiny hunt them in any mainline games. That's ridiculous. Criminal, yes. That is a good word. Pay $15 and then do 10,000 tasks, and then you get your little shiny. Yeah, they did the GameStop distributions. Barf. Yeah, Sparkly, you're right. The Zorua event. That never made sense to me even back then. Oh, we're Bayou Boogieing in the air tonight. A paid ticket or a free... I will always take free. And I detest Pogo, so... My Shiny Living Dex does not contain a single Pokemon Go Shiny. And it never will. Send 15 gifts every day for a month. Catch 15 Kecleons every Tuesday. You hate Regirock? I hate Regirock. Every event in Pogo has a paid battle pass, of course. Sorry, Pidgey. Give me your speed EVs. Charmeleon is surviving off of a steady diet of fried Pidgey. I mean, there's still legendary. We still have a huge list of legendaries we can't even shiny hunt, let alone a lot of mythicals. Like, when are we ever gonna get a chance to shiny hunt Cosmog? I've been waiting all these years to shiny hunt a fun little guy. The battle pacification of everything. It's so bleak. It looks like Champions is heading face first into it. But it's a free-to-play game. You don't have to pay for it. Someone somewhere, probably. Cosmog feels like a mythical to you. I see what you mean. I get what you mean. Cosmog has that small kind of little mythical attitude to it. I absolutely get it. Maybe that's why I like Pecharunt so much. Pecharunt fits the little guy mold that I like for all the mythicals. I mean, I like things like Darkrai and Arceus, who are not little guys. But Darkrai and Arceus are just really well-designed Pokemon, and Zarude is not. Pecharunt is rude. Yeah, Pecharunt's a little shit. I love that about it. Pecharunt's like it's almost childlike in nature. A petulant child, you might say. A Pecharunt child. Also, speaking of Pokemon name word pun jokes, I was today years old when I learned that bouffant is a poof hairstyle from the 18th century. A type of puffy, rounded hairstyle. And that's where Bouffalant got its name from. I was today years old. I was today years old when I learned that. Bouffalant. Think they'll ever give anything to Bouffalant? Tauros has a form now. Maybe it's Boofy's time to prosper. No. Hell no. They're never giving Bouffalant anything. Oh, best bike theme, if we're being honest. Best bike theme. You prefer Bouffalant over Tauros? Miltank? Wow, chat's all in on Miltank. I did hit the Mander. We're finally free from the lab. It feels so good. Got your shiny Nidoran mail. Nice. Bouffalant bills. They kept the Japanese name for Bouffalant's attack. Whoa, what's its Japanese name? I don't know. Bouffalant always makes me think of Alder. Besides Volcarona, that's like the Pokemon I associate with him the most. It just makes me think of Alder. Tauros evolves in the Bouffalant. They kind of did that a lot in Gen 5. How many people thought Love Disc evolved into a Lola Momola? You. 47 Magikarp. Come on, Carp. "30% of Unova's decks are reduxes of Kanto Pokemon." That is true. And sometimes I think they were cooking, and sometimes I think not so much. You would have been fine with a Love Disc to a Lola Momola. Yeah, they could have just done that. That's one thing that has always bothered me about Game Freak Pokemon designs, is that sometimes they just have so much redundance. Audino is just Chansey. I like both of those Pokemon. Mr. Mime. Get out the broom, cause the mime is sweeping. What's up, CB? Ooh, more good Gen 3 music. Arbok evolved into this Viper. I think the anime thought that at one point, too. They set Audino up, chat. They really set Audino up. They gave her the only Mega out of Gen 5 and then made it terrible. Thank God there's more Gen 5 Megas now, so people don't have to take it out on Audino. Also, heads up, Twitch chat, ads are gonna play. Ad warning. Do we need any more Mr. Mimes? Chimecho. Mega Chimecho or just Chimecho? I like regular Chimecho, but yeah. It is kind of like, yeah. I don't know why they really bothered with that. Didn't know what, the Bouffalon thing? Sorry, I'm not up to date on my 18th century hairstyles. Yeah, Chingling's definitely maybe the most forgotten baby Pokemon. Maybe next to Mantike. Who's the most forgotten Bab, chat? Hey, Wraithorn, thanks for the raid! Into the ads. Awkward. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. You love your shiny Wooper. Wooper is a great shiny. Wooper might not be a baby classified Pokemon, but Wooper is baby. Mantike. Yeah. Why Mantine? Like, Mantine's a great Pokemon. I love Mantine. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, somehow Twitch always knows. Jeffrey Bezos always has that ad ready to go right when you get a raid. Tyrogue. Yeah, I do think you're right. Tyrogue does go a little bit under the radar. It has a good shiny, though. In Tyrogue's defense. I wonder if we're gonna get a new baby Pokemon in Winds and Waves. And if so, who? Would it be a new baby like Toxel was in Gen 8? Or would they give a pre-existing Pokemon a Bab? Riolu's a baby Mon? Riolu's like one of the biggest baby Pokemon. Do Gen Alpha Zoomers not know like baby Pokemon are an actual classification? I saw a tweet about that the other day and now I'm scared. Do people not know that baby Pokemon are an actual like classification of Pokemon? I'm scared. They can't breed. That's all it is. That's what makes a baby a baby Pokemon a baby. Baby Zapdos? Baby Zapdos would be so cute. A baby legendary bird? That could cook. Do you make it like a really fluffy, round, cute chick? Or do you make it like a scrunkly, naked baby bird? Baby Lugia Silver! We share the same name, Silver and I. We're one and the same, really. Yes. Yes. Oh, I just have one Joy-Con in each hand. And I'm just watching both through OBS. Baby Doduo? Oh my gosh. I'd love to see them give Dodrio something. Which I think we talked about Dodrio yesterday. Dodrio's moving up in the world. Also Fearow, of course. I feel like if they gave Fearow a form, it would be like Flying Dark. Do Quadrio. Dodrio is so underrated. Whoops, I didn't even buy the fish yet. Baby UBs. Baby Stack-a-Tacka. Let's do it. Baby Zerkatry, please. I need to see this. Those are cute. Celesteela is like a sprout. Those are actually genuinely cute. Some Fakemon artists have the sauce. I don't know how they do it. Oh no, I've gotten copyright claimed for the Plock song, actually. Oh no, oh no. I love Plock, but I don't like getting copyright claimed. Baby Sudowoodo. Bonsley? You talking about Bonsley? Bonsley's such a memorable Pokemon for me because in the build-up from Gen 3 into 4, I mean, he was in Gale of Darkness. Baby Scyther. I feel like Scyther's line has enough going on. Give it to somebody else. Scyther's line is good as is. Tropius and Lapras. I kind of like that Lapras is single, though, because it's like a rare, extinct, almost Pokemon, at least it used to be. I love how high chat is on Tropius. Everyone is so pro Tropius. Lapras is rare. Oh no, don't say that, Cacturn. No. Baby Carnivine. I would love Baby Carnivine. Give me a new cactus Pokemon. Cacturn, Cacnea, Maractus, all bangers. Baby Delibird. They should do like an elf Pokemon, but not like a human elf. Have Delibird have some little helpers. I've always wanted, you know what I would really, one thing I've always wanted, speaking of Santa, one of my dream Pokemon, Krampus. I think a Krampus Pokemon would be so cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a really cool Krampus Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster. I don't think there's a Krampus Digimon. That would be so cool. Santa Claus! Yes, Santa Claus! I have that card. I thought that was so cool. I went out and got it as a single many years ago. Baby Druddigon. Druddigon babies. An egg with legs. Given a little baby Terry from Neopets. A gnome. A gnome Pokemon could be really funny. Have it run around with like a big gnome hat and make little like gnome noises. What's a gnome noise, you ask? You know the one. Human heart. It has some sort of like heart ability. It has to keep the blood pumping or it just automatically faints.
Oh, leech life!
There's so much reverb on that. Oh, it's Leech Life. Thank God they buffed Leech Life. A world where Haxorus is a pseudo. Baby unknown. I'm surprised they haven't done like a I know this is grown worthy. But I'm surprised they haven't done like a hashtag unknown. I actually quite liked exclamation and question mark unknown. Clearly, they're on my layout. I think a lot of people thought Haxorus was a pseudo. A lot of people still probably think that. He fits the bill and everything but the stats. Man, I was playing Pokopia before I went live, and I was hoping Haxorus would show up, but I got Fracture. I wanted Haxorus. Well, thank you for the raid. Have a good one. Tell Malamar to get a big exposed brain. I love more like freaky science Pokemon. I think Mewtwo is a perfect freaky science Pokemon. He's the most perfect one. Or like even Genesect. I'd be down for more science-y, experimental Pokemon. That would be cool. Yeah, Type Null and Silvally, who are also legendaries. I know, I've been waiting forever for Behem to get something. I have been waiting and waiting, and here I continue to wait. Oh, I would love a Chimera Pokemon. That would be so sick. Yeah, there's a lot of basic animals we don't have, like turkeys. And no Ho-Oh doesn't count. I mean, we only have one chicken Pokemon. Well, one line. Torchic. Oh, the Violet Paradoxes. I was talking, yeah, not robots. More like, you know, Squishy Reuniclus or like Mewtwo. Not just all beat boop robots. I wish they didn't scrap Baby Meowth either. That one was so cute. You know who was also really cute? Vulpix. Vulpix used to have a very, very, very cute baby. And they cut it. Yeah, I'd love another eel Pokemon. What type of monsters don't like eels? Yeah, the weird Ditto evolution where he's like a pointy... He's pointy and screaming. An Execute Evo that diverges from and evolves into a chicken. The weird busted Execute is secretly a bird. A voodoo doll Pokemon. The closest thing we have to that is Banette. They kind of popped off in Gen 3 with the ghost Pokemon. Rena Rouge from Miraculous. Miraculous mentioned. Tiki, spots on. Yeah, Mimikyu kind of is too. Another sea serpent. I want more kind of Chinese-style dragons. For a franchise with a bajillion different dragons, I feel like most Pokemon dragons are bipedal. You know, they're like Reshirams or Zekroms. We don't have a lot of noodly dragons. Dragonair, Rayquaza... Anyone else? I think that's it. Drampa has a long neck, but I don't know if he's exactly what I'm thinking of. I do like Drampa, though. Drampa's uniqueness is why I like it. And I love Mega Drampa. I hope Mega Drampa is somewhat usable in Champions. I would like to use it. Dragonair evolves into a Western-style dragon. Exactly. Yeah, Dragonite walked straight out of Dragon Tales. Dragonite is the most Dragon Tales goofball I've ever seen. Gyarados and Starmie, ooh. Yeah, more those style dragons would definitely be nice. Do we have a Wyvern Pokemon? I guess Noivern. Noivern's a Wyvern. Hence the name. Oh yeah, Yveltal. Bacon Bird also part dragon? Question mark? I like Noivern too. I feel like Noivern is due for something, chat. I would not be surprised if Noivern gets something in Gen 10. It's included in a lot of games. I still remember getting it shiny in Scarlet early on. Oh yeah, Aerodactyl, that's true. Ooh, a Gargoyle Pokemon. We should have gotten a Gargoyle Mega for ZA. There was no better time in the history of this franchise to get a Gargoyle Pokemon than there was for ZA. We're never gonna have another Pokemon game that's just in one city again. At least I wouldn't think so. We should have had it there. I feel like Ultra Necrozma has been just completely forgotten about. Druddigon's a gargoyle? When does Druddigon ever act like a gargoyle? He kind of has like the spiky head, but the colors are not giving gargoyle. Geez, we're already almost at 1,000 for Nidoran. That's crazy! This is going so quick. Going fast as frick. The gargoyles in Gargoyle cartoon don't retain stone skin. Okay. We're not talking about the Disney cartoon. Goes quick but lasts long. No. Yeah, you're right. $16,800. Oh no. I'm scared too. Charlotte's Web or Arukenimon. The spectrum of spider ladies. Yeah, Drudgergon has a very... Hello there, laddie. Shiny. And it is way too warm. My fan. Alright. I love Arukenimon. She's fun. Arukenimon and Mummymon are honestly giving Jesse and James. You haven't missed much. There have been no shinies of note. Have we only run into like one Nidoran female tonight? I think we have. What's up, Hatman? I know, they should give her a proper evolution and not that ugly thing. Although I don't trust them to... I don't know if I trust them to make it good. Yeah, they could have used a Meowth stand-in. Wow, Charmeleon is almost level 29. That's crazy! I'm interested to see what Geckomon's Mega is gonna look like. I hope it isn't just a generic, like, guy. Some bland humanoid. I still have scars from those awful Kazuna forms for Agumon and Gabumon. Yuck. Digivolves into a man. Groundbreaking. Disguised as a Nidoran hunt. I'm gonna save. I haven't saved recently. We gotta keep those IVs. Or EVs. Damn it, why do I say IVs now? There's been too much talk of the IVs in Champions. $777, you are not a lucky Spearow. You are not a lucky one. Game Freak has made ugly shiny Pokemon, or for some reason continue to make ugly shiny Pokemon. I think it's fair that not every shiny can be a banger, but there are definitely some shinies where it's like, hey, can you explain the thought process behind this one, please? Like, why Golden Go have that shiny? Please tell me. I would love to know the thought process. But they don't ever talk to us anymore, so... Everything changed after the Nat Dex incident. They are hush hush. Yep. Elekid and Zapdos. Well, people have always said that a lot of early shinies were random. Also known as Dexit, chat. The Dexit incident. I don't know why I said Nat Dex. The Dexit incident. The treehouse where they were doing Sword and Shield and Masuda happened to say those little words. Game Freak used to chatter quite a bit. We'd get like interviews and Masuda would always be on Twitter and just the stuff like that just does not happen anymore. Everything changed. It's a very hot button issue in the Pokemon community. I don't know how you couldn't have seen it, but it's a thing. Some people think Game Freak should have all 1,000 plus Pokemon in every single game. Yeah, James Turner has gone completely silent, and I think that is so sad. The one English-speaking dude there that gave us some info, and they clearly told him to shut up. He deleted a whole bunch of his old tweets. Sucks. Yeah, at least I'm free from the lab, exactly. You're still stuck there? No, I hope you can get out soon. All right, Charmeleon. Oh, not as many gains. I mean, it's more like if you have a social media, I don't know how you could have dodged it, but it's fine, chat. It's fine. Now you know. Now you know that there's a group of Pokemon fans out there that will get very mad when not all Pokemon are included. Oh, I love RimWorld. Such a good game. Game devs these days are afraid to communicate with their player base. And for a lot of... I don't blame a lot of them. I mean, I don't really... It sucks that Game Freak doesn't talk to us. But, like, people are so vitriolic and nasty, you know? I understand why. It sucks. But I get it. Knowing is half the battle. It's true. Slurs and death threat. G.I. Joe. Could you imagine having 1,000+ Pokemon in one game? It would be such a nightmare if chaos. It would be so chaotic. How could you realistically even fit that many Pokemon in a game and have it look good? Like, that would make the dev time like 15 years. Now, I understand why some people, you know, it sucks when your favorite Pokemon is not in a game. And I think they could be a lot better about swapping in and out Pokemon that overstay their welcome and Pokemon that haven't been seen in like 10 years. But to want every single Pokemon in the game, it's just not realistic, especially when we're talking about Game Freak. With their tiny budgets and their tiny development times, like, it's just not, you're just not a serious person if you think that's realistic. You live in a fantasy land. Gen 10 will probably have the same 300 to 400 Pokedexes that we've been getting for the past several gens. And then the DLC will add in a good chunk of Pokemon, and then the second DLC will add in a good chunk of Pokemon, and then Gen 11. Wash, rinse, repeat. Totally possible to have all Mons. Is it? You think it's possible to have all 1,000+ Pokemon available, like, transfer only? Maybe. But, like, occurring in the game? No. Hell no. Again, this is Game Freak we're talking about. $13 million budget for ZA. Yeah, I would hear you out for transfer, but actually occurring in the game is just... Nah, that would never happen. Remember, Game Freak is like a staff of 200 people, chat. They don't have that much manpower. They got plenty of money, but they're never gonna use it. Well, that's why stuff like Pokopia is nice, because they're getting, like, Koei Tecmo involved, and they're a good developer, and Pokopia is a good game. So stuff like that, you know, good. Thumbs up. Every leaker phrased it as if that was the budget of the game. So I don't know where you're getting that info from. I mean, no matter what, that is just way too low. The point still stands. It's way too low. Also, didn't Kurt talk... I brought that tweet up and then I didn't even see... Where is it? Where is it? He theorized that ZA was supposed to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Oh, Kurt updated a tweet. Milotic does set the plus moves. Okay, well that's good. I feel like that makes sense. ZA being a Switch 2 exclusive, I feel like that was supposed to happen. To me, that makes sense. Especially from the beta that we saw with all of the buildings not being flat and Go-Go and all the other stuff from the betas from the Terra leak. Yeah, you can literally tell. Exactly. You can literally tell. Even more so with the DLC. Yes. Exactly. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Honestly, so bad. It's not great. Why did Nintendo have to wait so long on the Switch 2? I feel like those last few years, waiting for Nintendo to give us Switch 2 news was so painful. I mean, it's nice when a console has a long lifespan because consoles are expensive. But also, the Switch was so old. The Switch was so old at that point, you know? Still haven't had a real Nintendo Direct. Apparently, we're not going to get one until June. So Miyamoto can give us more Nintendo products, as he put it. The Mario movie is a Nintendo product, chat. More product, please. Can one of the leakers actually be Japanese so this type of stuff doesn't happen? It's always like Centro or Ball Guy or one of those other people like mistranslating things. The Nintendo Today app. Oh, please. Oh, shoot! Look at it! Look who it is! Look who it is, chat! 1% Nidoran female. I've had like 2 in hundreds of resets. Nice seeing you, Nidoran female. Good looking out. I should start counting them. How many Nidoran females can we get? If I got Nidoran female shiny, I'd be so happy. Shy 7 female Nidoran to get. I lack PP. My power points. I think I found 2 in a row the other day too. Sometimes that just happens. It's like a little tiny mini shiny hunt in within itself. Supposedly we're not even getting the 3D Mario game until next year. What, are we gonna get one 3D Mario game every 2 decades now? That is so... I don't know why, but I find that genuinely, like, depressing. Kids who grew up with Odyssey are now, like, older teenagers to adults. It's been so damn long since the last 3D Mario game. Like, what the hell are they doing over there? But bonanza, but like, it's Nintendo. They have lots and lots of money and lots of talented developers that they could split in different projects. Yeah, how did they cook out Galaxy 1 and 2 back then? Just whipped up 2 of the greatest games of all time. Here you go. Here you go. Anyway. Playtesting a Wii U kiosk as a kid. Supposedly the Star Fox game we're getting is a traditional on-rails Star Fox. I just hope it isn't Star Fox 64 for the 50th time. And I hope Fox doesn't act like he does in the movie. Star Fox 65. They would be so cheeky for that. You've heard of Star Fox 64. Now get ready for... I mean, the clips I've seen of his scenes are not what I would describe as chill. He seems like an obnoxious show-off. Which is never how Fox has been characterized, by the way. I've played those games. Acted more like Sonic the Hedgehog. But then again, I don't really like the way Illumination has characterized any of those characters. Like, you know who's the arrogant guy on Team Star Fox? His name is Falco. That's Falco's job. Peach acts like Daisy. Bowser is kind of an incel. And Mario is just a bland, like... I'm the serious guy. Voiced by Chris Pratt. No yippee yahoos for me. This is too serious. Luigi's a chud. Bowser Jr. is Robin from Teen Titans. I'm gonna watch... Tyler and I are gonna watch the Mario movie tomorrow, and I'll report back, chat. I can't wait to see the Luma that everybody thinks drops a hard F-bomb in the movie. But I saw a wart in the background and I clapped. I did. I finally got my shiny Charmander. 45.57. I cannot complain. Both of my starters came under odds. Incredible. I cannot complain. Thanks for the good luck. Nothing yet, but you never know. You never know, chat. We're approaching 1,000 for Nidoran, and we are almost at 5K for Magikarp. Woof. Magikarp was starting to be veering into longest shiny hunt ever territory. For me. Again, this is my first time full odds hunting, so I'm used to the very generous odds on the Switch games. Yeah, I've seen the post-credit spoiler on Twitter like 5 times because nobody cares about spoiler culture anymore. No etiquette. People just posting whole scenes. Not tagging spoilers. Whoops, sorry, Spiro. Sorry, man. Charmeleon gave that Spiro 1 scratch and it exploded. I heard it, Justin. Somebody posted the track. Somebody posted the track. There's one thing I'd like to see the next Sonic movie improve on, because they're still pretty bad with that. Pikmin. Miyamoto loves Pikmin too much for them to not be included, and I do appreciate that about him. Ow. I mean, I'm glad that there's less licensed music crap. Good. I'm glad they at least cut down on that. It was so distracting in the first movie. What if we put Take On Me in the Mario movie, you guys? Yeah, Gusty Gardens. Everybody goes apeshit for Gusty Gardens. Gusty Gardens! With Sonic Unleashed. What's crazy is that Sonic Unleashed is still one of the best looking Sonic games ever made. The intro cutscene to Sonic Unleashed is like one of the best pieces of Sonic media that has ever existed. And then they immediately ruin it by turning him into a werehog and sending him to Earth. Like, go back and watch that opening cutscene. The CG in it hasn't aged a day. It's still incredible looking. And the orchestral music that plays during it. Whew. God, if they didn't step on their own toes with that one, we could have had a generational banger. Yeah, the werehog gameplay is like, what if Devil May Cry sucked ass? You know how it's fun to play as Dante? Well, what if it wasn't fun? What if you didn't have any fun and the same obnoxious music played every time you got into a battle? I do have a non-shiny Magikarp in my party, but that's just for in case Charmeleon needs to get healed or something. Only gonna use shinies. Shiny only challenge. Yeah, you know what would be great, chat? You know what would be even better? If Sega bothered to re-release that damn game. Still waiting on that one, and Heroes, and Sonic Battle, and Advance 1-2-3, and... Sigh. I've been itching to replay a lot of those games, but I'd have to, like, boot up my GameCube. Yeah, the recompiled version. Mario Strikers. That was back when Mario sports games had sauce. They don't have the sauce anymore. I never even played. I played it at a friend's house, so I have played it. But I didn't own it. But I remember the art from Strikers so well because it had that unique art style. Mario Sports over EA Sports. You mean you don't want to pay $70 for the same game that's been re-released for the past 7 years? With minimal changes? And super predatory loot boxes? I do think it is sad that the Mario sports games have declined in quality so much, though. There is something sad about that. Like, those used to be quality party games. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it, Hatman. Sterile. They got focus tested until there was nothing left. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. That was unreal back in the day. Sega's not a company I have a lot of trust in, though. Sega, much like Nintendo, much like Game Freak, much like many other devs, they have a lot of fun and unique ways that they like to ruin things. They just like to throw a wrench in their own projects sometimes. We'll probably learn about the next 3D Sonic game or the Frontier sequel this year. Hope it doesn't suck. I like bits and parts of Frontier, but Tears. It is not on my upper echelon of favorite Sonic games. We'll say that. I know, indie developers are really putting us all on their backs right now. They are putting the team on their back. Greg Jennings. You hated it? See, that's totally valid. I completely understand. Why does Roger Craig Smith sound like that in that game? Hello, I'm Sonic. Yeah, it was very, very depressing. And I always roll my eyes at giving, like, a villainous character a child. He has humanity because he has a child now. I mean, I've heard real parents say that all the time, so... I only cared until I had a kid. Weird self-report, but alright. Gotta humanize Dr. Robotnik by giving him a little robot kid. I didn't even like Sage, clearly. And they play that overly emotional, sappy song when she, like, sacrifices herself at the end. I am so immune to blatant emotional manipulation like that. You gotta give me a good story with good characters for me to care. You can't go for the cheap stuff. That doesn't work on me. For Pizza Hut. How have they never done a crossover with Sonic the restaurant chain? That's the rumor that they're making Frontiers 2, which... what could you even add? Unless they're trying to go for, like, asset reuse, I'm not even sure, like, what's there left to tell. I always remember the one cutscene I remember from that game is when Amy runs up to Super Sonic and she just looks like a stupid idiot. Because Sega thinks that's how girls run. She's like wildly flailing her arms. Well, Amy's a girl, so she's got to run like a little spaz. That's such a funny cutscene. It always makes me laugh when I see it. It's like that clip of Ashley running in Resident Evil 4. What is joy? Joy was when I got my shiny Charmander and left the lab. That was joy, chat. Pure joy. I mean, they tried Sonic Superstars, and that was not well received. And personally, I'm not a big fan of 2D Sonic because... you tend to prefer the 3D versions. I'm not a big 2D Zelda person either. I do like... I mean, I have fondness for Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD. Great music, great visuals, revolutionary games. Great stuff. A Sonic Mania 2. But I don't know. I just tend to prefer the 3D titles. I just don't think they're as fun. But that's just my opinion. Oh, I do like the Advanced series, though. That's probably my favorite 2D Sonic, actually. I do like the Advanced games. Because the sprite work in the Advanced games was popping off. I miss sprite games, chat. Yeah, Chemical Plant. The Chemical Plant remix in Sonic Generations is one of my favorites. Mushroom Hill is probably one of my favorite Sonic stages. I think a lot of it was I played the Sonic 2D games when I was a kid, and I just found them too difficult. Don't take away, like, 6-7-year-old Silver's gamer card for that. But I did think they were, like, a little bit too challenging. A Pokemon 2... What is that style called? 2D HD? Like, Bravely Default? That could be fun. Oh, I didn't even catch the ads we're gonna play. Ad warning, chat. Sorry. Sonic Gens. I actually haven't played it yet. It's on my list. I have the longest backlog of games, Chad. It's getting bad. It's getting so bad. I'm so terrible. My game backlog list is... Uh-oh. That's the only way I can describe it. Uh-oh. Zoinks. I wish we'd get a new mystery dungeon, but it's been so long. We haven't had a new mystery dungeon for like two generations now? Coming up on 3? I hope the franchise isn't dead, but I don't feel great about it. Colossal in size. I just want to see shiny Gyarados. He's so orange in this game. Come on, Magikarp. My second favorite credits song right now. That's true. Pokopia has a lot of Mystery Dungeon vibes. Pokopia is a great game, chat. There's a lot of there's a few mechanics and like some inventory stuff that I wish was better, but those are all small potatoes. It's a great game. This is the Gen 2 Gold Silver Crystal credit song. With all the dancing Pokemon, like Dancing Elekid, Dancing Blossom. My favorite Pokemon credits would have to be Black and White. I think the ending to Black and White is like the best ending to any Pokemon game. You beat Getsis, he gets taken away by Sharon and Alder, you go have a nice conversation with N, he flies off, and then boom, the credits hit you. It's so effective. Not really an Animal Crossing fan. I'm not either. I'm not either. I was not a fan of New Horizons, and I think Pokopia is better in every single way. Pokopia is a great first game to try if you've never done like a hashtag cozy game chat. It's a very welcoming, easy to understand game. It has a lot of charm. Pokopia is one of the first Pokemon games in a long time where I felt like the devs gave a shit. There's so many loving Easter eggs and references and just lovely little things that I can tell the devs like Pokemon a lot. And it's gonna continue to get updates. It's supposedly getting a DLC. And that makes me happy. It does have a lot of Mystery Dungeon charm to it. The Pokemon all have unique personalities. So if you like talking to all the Pokemon, and they're all having little unique personalities, that's definitely very similar to Mystery Dungeon. So basically, you're a little Ditto person. All the humans are mysteriously gone, and you have to figure out why and bring back Pokemon habitats and restore all the Pokemon. That's the basic gist of it. And as you continue to play the game, you get new abilities, you meet new Pokemon, there's legendaries in the game. Oh, we got poisoned again. Yeah, Yeah, it's fun to play as an actual Pokemon. I agree. Ditto is so cute. I mean, I've always loved Ditto, but now I love Ditto even more. And it gives you a new appreciation for Pokemon. Like, I think I like Wattrell now. You know who else I really like? Grubbin. Grubbin is so cute in Pokopia. It has 6 legs, just like Lotad. And it's so bouncy and round. I've always liked Grubbin. But now I'm like a super Grubbin fan. Even Tangrowth. Like, I've always liked Tangrowth well enough, but now it's like, yeah, Tangrowth is great. And you find all these notes that paint the picture of what happens to the world and references to characters you'll recognize. You get costumes and you can customize your Ditto character. Like, my Ditto is dressed as the super nerd. So I have glasses and a little plaid shirt. And there's secret treasures and relics that you can find, and lots of hidden area. There's a hidden area behind a waterfall in Pokopia that made me feel childlike wonder and joy. I'm such a sucker for a good hidden waterfall. If you're gonna have a video game with a waterfall, there better be a secret behind that waterfall. Don't play with me. And there was. And it was beautiful. Oh yeah, Zelda, especially, you know, some of the more recent Zelda games. I definitely had a lot of childlike wonder and joy playing Breath of the Wild for the first time. Oh shoot, look who it is! I think this is our 3rd Nidoran female tonight. How lovely. And I think Pokopia has good progression. Unlike Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is a game that does not respect you or your time, I feel like Pokopia is quite good about that. I've never felt the need to time travel. I mean, I kind of feel it now that I'm done with the game and I'm hunting for recipes. But during the main game, I think it's paced very well. The Shrine of Resurrection. Oh, that was such a good one. So I'll never understand why people say, like, Breath and Tears have nothing. They're empty. That is just not true. Those are not empty games. Well, Tears is empty story-wise, but Breath of the Wild, there is fun stuff to find around every corner. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. Surprised they haven't tried to make another one of those. Hidden little side quest, yes. Breath of the Wild reminds you of the first. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm very intrigued to see what the next Zelda game is going to be. It is probably still many, many, many years out. But where do we go from here? A new Hyrule? How do they differentiate it from Breath and Tears? The darker story like Twilight Princess? Twilight Princess nailed the atmosphere. Twilight Princess's atmosphere is so... It's of its time, but that's kind of complimentary. The worst thing about Twilight Princess is its abysmal opening. The intro to TP is unimaginably slow and dull. I actually find it kind of like hard to go back and replay because I hate the intro to TP. Goat in! It's the type of intro where it's like, wow, I can't believe they let this, like, release. It really is tedious, slow, and boring. But that game did give us Mallow Mart. So, 10 out of 10. I'm not even joking. That is genuinely one of my favorite Zelda songs of all time. Not even a joke. Not even a joke. I will always listen to Mallow Mart. That weird little baby. Play the tunes, you crazy baby. Yeah, Midna's Lament. That's probably one of the most emotional songs Nintendo's ever had. Yeah, Farm Boy Link is fun. It's just... I don't mind the setup, it's just the execution. Link being from a small community of other human beings is genuinely interesting. It's just the way they went about it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's beautiful and bleak. Probably the best Ganondorf design, too. I mean, I love Zelda's design in that game, but I probably will say Ocarina Zelda's my favorite. But the Ganondorf design in that game, 10 out of 10. And that was the last time we saw Ganondorf for a very long time. He kind of vanished after that. From the hospital? Oh no, get better soon. Trained by your former self. Yeah, they played a little bit with the Zelda lore in Twilight Princess, which was very interesting. I'd love to see another Majora, too. Not Majora 2, but another Majora's Mask. Yeah, it's like you think there are more 3D Zelda and Mario games than there actually are. It's such a small list because they're so sparse. They're so few and far between. Also, can we have a music motif brought back or like an instrument? I mean, we had Cass in Breath of the Wild until he vanished without a trace because they didn't want to explain that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do for the supposed Zelda game that's coming. Oh! Magikarp! My beautiful son, my child, you have delivered me a golden boy on this blessed day. What the hell? Zelda, shout out to Zelda and Link for blessing my fish. That was very nice of them. I got a lonely Magikarp, chat. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe I got it. What? What? Oh my god! 3 shinies all under odds so far? Wow! 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 Magikarp, you're beautiful! Look at it, chat! I got 2 of them! Oh my god! What incarnation? Oh my god, my arms are shaking. Wow, Majoricarp. Wow. Ganon fish. We swindled the swindler. Who's paying an outrageous $5 now, fisherman? Mr. Scammer. Let's lock it in. Oh my god. Back to back shit. Wow. I'm like speechless. I'm like genuinely speechless. Wow. My hand is shaking. Charmeleon, get out of the battle. I gotta see you both. Golden boys! Oh my god! They're so gold! 48.92 for Magikarp. Wow, that is so cool. You want to know what's next? Alright, chat, are we ready? We're gonna... Oops, I was actually moving the target. Magikarp, you're gonna go whoop, up here with you. Okay, we're gonna copy that. We're gonna paste it. 48.92. Tyler's gonna be pissed at me. Wow. That is so cool. Uh-oh. Oh no, my numbers are too big. Oh, I edited both. Frick. That's why. OBS, you're such a stinker. But you want to know the next target, chat? Ready? Boom. We're going from one golden boy to another. I got my fire type in FireRed, so we gotta get a fire type for LeafGreen, chat. And we're picking Vulpix. Because Ninetales has a beautiful shiny. She has a beautiful shiny. Am I playing Switch? Yes. FireRed is on my Switch too, and... Oh, it's still... FireRed is on my Switch 2, and LeafGreen is on my Switch 1. I can't believe it. This is insane. Okay, now this should work. Okay, there we go. Wow. 48.92. I'm like speechless. I did save. I did save. I did save. My golden boys. Golden boys. Haha! We can leave! Not. Let's look at the non-shiny and the shiny Magikarp. Oh, that's so nice! Magikarp has an all-timer. All-timer. Lonely. So I have a calm Charmeleon, a lonely Magikarp, and a naive Bulbasaur. Yeah, we're heading... Speaking of golden boys... Oh my god, I can play the game again. I can play the game again! Oh, look at that establishing Mount Moon shot. So nice. I miss that. Bullet Seed. I actually get to play the game a little bit, Chad. This is glorious. The loneliest fish. You're not lonely anymore, Magikarp, because Bulbasaur is here. Oh, look at him! Oh my god, that is so cool. I've never seen both of my starters out at the same time. Wow. We've got to start training up Magikarp now. Yeah, Vulpix is actually pretty far away. So our next target will be Nugget Bridge. We'll do some nugget farming. Do I like Ponyta? Yeah. Rapidash and Ponyta rule. I like every fire type in Gen 1. Oh, and that means no NPC talking. We can both do both of them can be encounters. Thank goodness. Bulbasaur is so green. Our boy is very green. I'm gonna look up Bulbasaur's moveset. Bulbasaur FireRed. Fried. I typed in fried. I think my brain is fried. Wow. So Bulbasaur gets Razor Leaf at 20. When does Ivysaur learn it? It's fun seeing these old movesets and how atrocious they all are. We'll definitely stop by the game corner at some point. That's the plan. But Vulpix is before the game corner, so... Alright, Magikarp, come on in! Let's see ya! Let's see ya! Oh my god, it looks so good! I'm so pleased. The sparkles, they just keep sparkling. I know! Why were they so close together? 45.57 for Charmander and 48.92 for Magikarp? That's... wow. Ivysaur gets Razor Leaf at 22. Not like it's that big of a difference. I'm gonna do this the easy way. Yeah, April... April shiny month? Best shiny month April? Stop using Harden, Kakuna. You're making us all uncomfortable. Go to sleep. That is crazy. I'm like, I have a disbelief, chat. Oh, you have shed skin. Kakuna thinks he's Dratini over here. Yeah, you know, I guess we'll keep this going on Saturday. Good job, Bulbasaur. You ever just have an ability that you always associate with a Pokemon even though a bunch of them get the same ability? I guess for me, that's Dratini. Parozaheel. They kind of made Mount Moon look a little bit like Meteor Cave. Or Meteor Falls. Which, that's one of my favorite caves in Pokemon. That's a great place. Oh boy, now I gotta navigate both characters at the same time. Does this have synchronize? Synchronize not having its field work anymore pisses me off. Oops, sorry, Jigglypuff. Oh, Clefairy! It's Pippi! Look, everybody, it's Pippi. If I get Jigglypuff... If I get Jigglypuff shiny out of these Pokemon, I will be tempted to go for Clefairy in LeafGreen. Did I just get infatuated and encored? Okay. That's not very nice of you, Lass Iris. Congrats, thank you. I can't believe it. Oh, and you even have Sing. Is this the most annoyingly built Clefairy in the world? Ooh, it's nice. I only have to count one shiny right now. I can't believe I got Magikarp under 5K. Wow. Bulbasaur, wake up! Brother Bulba! Brother Bulba. Wake up. So LeafGreen is winning again, chat. LeafGreen is now up 1 shiny to FireRed's 1. Haha, 1. This is Super Bomberman 2 Stage 1. The Bomberman games have some bangin' tunes. Bulbasaur, you're killing me. Bulbasaur, come on, man. You're killing me. What is this evil strategy? Not even Whitney is this evil. Oh my god, I've lost, like, how many in a row? Your team FireRed. Your team LeafGreen. I can't wait to see which version will end up. So whichever game gets to the Elite Four and beats Champion Blue first wins with all shinies. All 6 shinies. Bulbasaur, come on! What is happening? Don't make me heal you, Bulbasaur. Oh my god. This Bulbasaur is not a battler at heart, I don't think. I don't think this little Bulbasaur is a big battler at heart. No shiny 911. God, multi-hit moves are slow as paced, even back in Gen 3. Dude, 5 times! Okay. Okay, last Iris is feeding her Clefairy the good stuff. Cliff Bulbasaur, what the- what? No! No! Oh my god! I don't remember this Clefairy being Satan. The devil. Bulbasaur, brother. Wake up! Meanwhile, Charmeleon is casually level 30. Bulbasaur, please. Encore double slap. Ugh. Sing. This is just not nice. Oh, hey, look, we got Clefairy and Jigglypuff on the screen. How fun. Getting washed by a random encounter. Bulbasaur, come on, big dog. Come on, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're so proud of you. I think it might just be time to let Bulbasaur evolve, chat. We'll get Razor Leaf eventually. I think Bulbasaur needs to evolve. And we got Charmeleon, so. I've been killing Pidgeys in the grass to get speed EVs. Damn it. Hey, look at you, Ivysaur! Yes! I gotta go heal now. I have to heal after that. Last Iris, she's not here to play. Damn. Gotta go in the Pokemon Center one last time. Six explosion mods. Pokemon Stadium had a lot of particularly evil design Pokemon teams. Look at that! Beautiful! Stunning. They are the moment. Sorry, War Turtle. I wish you were here. I wish you were here, War Turtle, with us right now, but this town ain't big enough for 3 of them. So what are your stats now, Ivysaur? Let's see. Mostly in the 30s. Alright. Let's head back out. Ooh, I gotta pick my fossil soon, too. I'll pick a different fossil on each version. Stadium 1 and 2 are worth playing. They're very charming. They have a lot of... They're just fun. They're just fun games. And some of the battles are genuine challenges. So if you like difficult Pokemon games, especially if you're just going to use rentals, which is mostly the fun of it, they're worth playing. They're worth playing. And you should play the mini games too. Ooh, Kabuto, Helix. You chose Dome. I do love a good green Kabuto. So many water shinies in Gen 1 are just purple. Robbie. Kabutops is underrated. Kabutops and Amistar don't show up a lot. You think they would show up more than they did. Or do. I cannot believe I got Magikarp. Wow. There are some good rentals in Stadium 1 and 2, though. Articuno is really good. Nidoking is very good. Jolteon is great. I used to do a lot of rental randos where I would roll a random team of 6 and then have to take those 6 through the gym leader challenge. So if you want a really good challenge, you can do that. Let's throw Magikarp out. Let's give Magikarp some more XP. Whoops, I'm gonna get poison pointed for this, aren't I? No, a miracle. Look at how good Shiny Magikarp's back sprite is. My horses are out of the gate. It's true. We're off. We're off to the races. When Ash had to use random Pokemon he got from Rocket. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I really like using rental Pokemon. That's why I think Dynamax Adventures is a lot of fun. Being forced to use Pokemon that you typically wouldn't is fun. And there are some genuinely good rentals. Also, Stadium has some of the funniest nicknames in the franchise. They also have a weird kind of early version of a shiny where if your Pokemon was nicknamed, like Electabuzz on one of the NPC characters' teams is just lime green. Ooh, Magnemite. Fun. We'll probably hit up the power plant. All my hunts are under odds, I know. I was not expecting Magikarp to show up right there. That was unexpected. I wish I could remember my Battle Factory record from my old copy of Emerald. Rest in peace. The Battle Factory rules too, honestly. Look at how good my starters look. Beautiful! They both have gold too. See, I couldn't have War Turtle here. He wouldn't fit. Golden boys. Ooh, Voltorb too? Neat. I would love to get shiny Voltorb. That's why I want to do the power plant, because honestly, nothing but bangers in there. Voltorb, Electrode, Magnemite, Magneton, Electabuzz, if it's FireRed. Geodude. Fancy meeting you here. Oh no, don't get poison pointed! Damn it. Wow, poison point feels like it's like 80%. People who say Voltorb is a lazy design, get out of my face. It's a mimic! How do you not understand what a mimic is? That just feels like new gen Pokemon fans trying to say that to spite Gen 1 fans. Oh, well, Gen 1 sucks. Voltorb's just a ball. Like, they would say that. Look how nice that Zubat sprite is. What are you doing over here, sir? Excavating for fossils? Okay, well, he answered me. Okay, well, thanks for telling me. Good luck with that. Alright, Miss Lass. Oh. But wait. Nothing tilts you as hard as Scarlet Violet competitive. Ma'am? 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 Ma'am. Miriam. Gertrude down here too? Sandshrew is a great shiny. Vulpix is gonna be brutal. I mean, like I said, if I get something else, then it'd be what it'd be. Just like Nidoran. There are a few very isolated places, like Mount Moon, there's a floor where it's like 100% Paris. Which I did consider that, I do like Paris. There are some few areas where you could do isolated 100% spawns. But they're not super common. That's a funky Bellsprout. Love that for him. I really like Sandshrew and Sandslash's shinies, but I've never been a big fan of the Alolan shinies. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Alolan Vulpix or Ninetales shinies either. They kind of just, like, didn't put their foot on the gas for those lines for some reason. Pikachu's Vacation. Bellsprout. Bellsprout. Ooh, if Alolan Sandslash was green shiny, that would be so cool. Oh! It's our first run-in with the Team Rocket. Alright, Magikarp, let's get you some levels, my friend. Let's get you some scrumptious levels. Oh, the Rocket Grunt sprite is so cool. What's up, Galaxy? I did! I did. Vacation's where I wanna be. Ivysaur gets a free pass for Brock, but then when you get in here, it's all poison types and, like, Zubat. I love Earthbound music, but it tends to give me copyright claims, so let's do F-Zero. A lot better now that I got Magikarp. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime. Marcel. So many trainers had whips in Gen 1. Funny little, that'll never happen again. That will never happen again. I kind of like all the weird circus freak trainers in Gen 1. The jugglers, the tamers. Yeah, Sabrina did. Because Sabrina just has all the aura. All the style. Makes her like Catwoman. Ooh, hello, Paris. We were just talking about you. Fancy meeting you here. You're due for something, Paris. One of these days, my friend. Oh, don't stun spore me! What the frick? That's actually hella rude. Good thing I have my Paralyze heal. That's not nice. You shouldn't even be able to do that. Illegal. Foul on the play. Flag on the play. When did that change happen? Was that Gen 4? When they did that? Paralyze heal. Okay, well, let's not fight Paris again. Maybe, ooh. Oh, I forgot the little animation when you use an item. Gen 6? It took him until Gen 6? I was gonna guess like 4. Gen 6? My god. How did it take him that long? Josh. Rattata. Rattata's so purple in this game. It's lovely. My golden boys shining at the same time. Good to hear, Galaxy. Good to hear. To make electric types finally immune to paralysis? Wow, I thought that happened way sooner. Honestly, I think of Gen 5 as the gen where they introduced, like, tons of quality of life stuff. But a lot of that did come in 6, too, I guess. Yeah, Gen 5 had the infinite TMs and the reuse of repels, which... arguably one of the biggest quality of life features of them all. With my boyfriend? I do. Tyler just has to work a lot. Yeah, this is from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is Welcome to the New World. Great game. Josh. Losing stinks. It's so uncool. I agree, Josh. I concur. Marcos. Wow, I can't think of the last time I've traditionally trained up a Magikarp. In modern Pokemon games, you just have the XP share on in the background and you'll get a Gyarados eventually. We gotta send him out the good old-fashioned style. It is funny how modern Pokemon games just completely, like, negate that. They completely negate the fact that you're supposed to painstakingly train up your Magikarp. That has been just lost. I do have a rare candy. $11. Have $11. Look at that Onyx Sprite. That's a really nice Onyx Sprite. We had to train our carps with tackle and splash, like Arceus intended. Let him know there's a new Tetris 99 event tonight. Will do. Wow, shocked again. Yeah, just think of Pokemon money as yen, because that's what it is. Like when I was purchasing Magikarp, it would say an outrageous 500 Poke Dollars. That's $5. Honestly, it's more like $3 and change. Somehow we did financially recover from spending an outrageous 500 Poke Dollars. Oh shoot, I'm out of... Wow, Vine Whip only has 10 power points? That's crazy. Ruh-roh. Oh yeah, it's the last season for Scarlet Violet, right? After this, it just goes indefinitely until the server is shut down. Rest in piss. Once you get Master Ball ranked, it's locked in forever? Wow. Yeah, training Magikarp is not too bad. It's doable, even if you're, like, a child. Come on, Ivysaur. You gotta lock in, brother. My Ivysaur is so lackadaisical. Thanks, CB. Yeah, I didn't have to buy a $1 million cup of coffee in this game. Oh, we are not fighting you, Paris. I've learned my lesson. I believe this is the floor where Paris... One of these floors has 100% Paris. 100% Paris 100% of the time! Yes, I was referring to the ZA side mission that I never bothered to do. I'm never finishing those ZA DLC missions. I finished the story, I got my legendaries, I got my mythicals, we're good. Done and dusted. I mean, I did the Rosebud one, we did the Arbok, a Viper guy. We got the important ones down. That did 2 damage to me. Have some pocket change. I know, it looks so nice. Well, frick, what am I gonna do without... we can probably manage. Oh, we can definitely manage if we don't even fight the guy. Lol. Lol. Also, heads up, Twitch chat, ads are gonna play, but they're the last ads of the night. That Geodude almost looks shiny to me. Yeah, LeafGreen is winning! Just when you thought it was out, it pulls you right back in with boom, new shiny. I'm so used to counting the other side, it's like weird. You get so used to the muscle memory doing this. Oh wow, you're level 12. Let me escape, please. Thank you. I appreciate you, Paris. That's very kind of you. We run into a Pippi down here. Any pips? Too bad I can't get Crobat. If I could get Crobat, I would have considered going after Zubat. I mean, you can get it post-game, but... I want it right now. Four little Debbies. A delectable treat. Their Swiss rolls are legit. Whoa, don't Hyper Fang me, Rattata. Let's not get too crazy here. Nice fish, thanks. I cannot believe I've gotten all of my shinies under 5k. Huge gaming. Okay, this Rattata Hyperfang's animation is genuinely cool. I mean, they reused that background a few times. Ivysaur, lock in, brother. One shiny in each version in 3 days. That is nuts. Again, the full odds are 8,192. That's pretty crazy. We'll at least get to 1,000. We'll get to 1,000 for Nidoran. Whoops. I see Zubat, I'm automatically like, oh, this is just a wild battle. No. Good job, Ivysaur. Good job, buddy. We knew you could do it. Oh, I've saved. Don't worry. I have saved. Haven't reset over a shiny yet. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. I'm throwing the match. Oh no. And I attack Jigglypuff. Chaos. 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 Use teleport. I saw somebody lose out on a shiny Abra in this game because they tried to sleep powder it with their Weepin' Bell and the Weepin' Bell missed and it teleported. Woo, that's devastating. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. Take them and go then, dude. Miguel. Hey, Grimer's raising the roof. Yeah, at that point, Weepin' Bell is dead to you. Leech Seed coming in clutch. She was much more evil early on. And then in Black and White, she became a movie star for some reason. I played a little bit of Pokopia like 2 weeks ago and was in the Skylands and discovered the note about Sabrina. And I genuinely did not remember that she was in the movies. And chat was like, you don't remember she was in all those movies? No! No, I didn't! I mean, the PokeStar Studio stuff I was never that invested in. Wow, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, good job, Ivysaur. Yeah, Paris has Spore. Was I only disabled for one turn? Also, reminder chat, Pokemon Champions is coming out next week. And you know we gotta check it out. We gotta see what all the hubbub is about. Why Saffron City is like that in Pokopia? Sabrina had a meltdown. That's a great coughing spray, by the way. Dude is feeling it. Dude is feeling it. All right. $9.85. Geez, we are almost out of any attacking moves. I am almost completely out of attacking moves. And you miss, Ivysaur. You missed! You missed! You made me so mad I attacked Spearow. Oh my goodness. Wow, we are so... We need that Leech Seed right now. Thank you. A Muck that kept using Minimize. Muck and Chansey are the big minimizers whenever I think about that move. Good job, Ivysaur. He's hitting his sleep powders, chat. He's hitting his sleep powders. Good. Okay, and he hit a Leech Seed. Alright. We might be able to get out of here. What counters minimize Body Slam? Body Slam does do more damage if the other Pokemon is minimized. Little interaction that I don't think a lot of people have ever tested. I gotta burn some PP with Magikarp. Some Peepus. Minimize Chansey started running Stomp Kanga. Minimize Chansey is so evil. That is just diabolically evil. He still doesn't have Squirtle, Galaxy. He still doesn't have it. I have 3 shinies to his none. Minimize Clefable. I think he just has Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Great song. Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Splash your little heart out, my Magikarp. Uh-oh, he's got Tackle. We must persist. Go, Magikarp, go. The prodigal fish. Okay, Screech is actually kind of bad. Don't start stacking Screeches on me, dude. Please. You also have 0 shinies. Hang in there, chat. If you're still stuck in the lab, if I can get my shinies, you can get yours. All it takes is one good roll. I think he's around 8K. I don't know if he's gone over odds yet, but I think he's close. Keep splashing, Magikarp, keep going! They went so hard on the charge animation for such a useless move. Berry Hypno. Hypno and Drowsy are so cool. I would love to get them shiny. Evolve the Pokemon on my HUD, should I? Didn't really have any plans to. Whoa! Oh my goodness gravy. Magikarp's life just flashed before its eyes. Oh, there's Razor Leaf. Thank Arceus. Oh, it's even shiny in the move screen. That is so fun. See you later, Miguel. We'll take a fossil. No being greedy. Alright, we'll take the Lord. We will take Lord Helix. And then in FireRed, we'll take Dome. Alright, we're about to hit 1,000 for Nidoran. Uh-oh. Don't attack me, Zubat, please. I'm just a little innocent fish. Please. Boom. Alright, let's get out of Mount Moon, chat. Woo! We did it! We made it to Route 4. Can't do anything with those guys. None of my Pokemon are really, kickers. Or punchers, for that matter. Roar. It looks so fun to hop down ledges in Pokemon. Yeah, we made it to Cerulean! I'm so happy. I didn't clear Mount Moon yet. Of all its items and stuff. Cook Misty. Oh, man. That is so crazy, chat. That is so crazy. Before we can cook Misty, chat, we are going to be doing a lot of nuggets. We're going to be getting some nuggets. I've never done the Nugget Bridge exploit, which is basically all you do is just beat Nugget Bridge, get to the Rocket Grunt, and then lose a bunch. Which Magikarp will be perfect for, actually. So we're going to farm some nuggies, and then we'll cook Misty, and then we'll work our way towards Vulpix, and then in FireRed we just hit 1,000 for Nidoran. I mean, FireRed fell behind, but Charmeleon is high level, so we can speedrun through everything else. When and if Nidoran or somebody else decides to show up. So, we're cruising. We are cruising, chat. I'm very happy. I mean, I cannot complain with 3 shinies all under odds. Oh, man. And this was a good stream, so thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows, all the raids. We will be back this weekend with more FireRed and LeafGreen. And who knows? Another shiny, perhaps? We'll find out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. This is so crazy. Wow. I'm gonna go to bed tonight in disbelief. And be like, wow, I can't believe I actually got Magikarp. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for big chillin'. Good luck on your own shiny hunts. If I can get my shinies, you can get yours, chat. Hang in there. Never give up. Never surrender. Says the person who has 3 under odd shinies. But no, seriously. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you all this weekend for more shiny hunting fun. Let me end on our golden boys. Nope. Yes. Perfect. Beautiful. GG's, everyone. Good night. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.